Joining me now is Michel Pepin. He's the president and CFO of Ciscom. And Michel, a pleasure to meet you. Let's start off by talking about the revenue in the first quarter, which I assume compares to last year when you did have Prospect Media on board. And yet revenue was still up. How'd you do it?
Thank you, Pat, for having me this morning. Well, the Ciscom growth is a testimony to its strength and its multifaceted relationships with its clients. As we know, the economy is not the greatest for retailers, as the environment has been very difficult for them. So maintaining revenue is a feat in itself. So growth for us is an outcome of our hard work, whereas our client need, benefit, and appreciate the deep analytics and predictive modeling that we do, as we are a needed asset for them.
Okay. But at the same time, gross margins improved. So I went into the press release to take a look at what you said. You said it's the retirement of low margin projects and the realization of cost synergies through efficient procurement and operational initiatives. Can you elaborate on that, Michel?
Yes, these are the two key factors that have contributed to our improved margins. Um, as you go in business, you start being a bit more sophisticated and critical about some of the work that you do. And are we benefiting from doing the work that sometimes you will take account that are less profitable to gain the experience? We've gained all the experience. Now we're in a position of freeing staff so that they can work on our key core accounts who are 90% recurring revenue, approximately year over year. The other part is from the back end, we merge both operations of our two acquisitions. As such, we have a larger purchasing power, and we're able to focus our efforts into certain medias that were a bit more diverse and not really yielding anything to our clients at the time.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit more and unpack it, because Ciscom invests or acquires or manages information and communication technology. And you said in the past, at least, that you might look at one or two acquisitions per year. Where are you focusing your efforts right now?
We're active in the ICT sector, which is a broad area, obviously. We're now focused on businesses that are complementary to the current ones that we have. And that means that we can have synergies or cross-selling benefits from the client basis, and also cost synergies, so back-end operations. What we're looking at are digital agencies, data and analytics shops, and AI and automation organizations that deal with big data.
Okay, expand on that AI, because that's a hot topic right now, and it would seem that the entities that are in that space might become a little bit expensive. What are your thoughts there?
Yes, they are a premium. This said, a number of the applications are still in their infancy and not revenue generating per se. We're looking at B2B applications, not necessarily B2C application on the AI side. But obviously, in reviewing acquisitions, anything that we do has to be accretive for our current shareholders.
Okay, but when we were talking about revenue from the beginning, we talked about Prospect Media, and that's a big acquisition, and it doubled your revenue for the full year last year, pretty much. Does that color your acquisitions in any space? In other words, are you looking to diversify away from that or closer to that?
Bit of both, as they say. So we're not going to be buying another competitor of Prospect Media. So it will be a complementary business, because it's nice to be able to cross-sell the client basis. This is where a fair amount of the revenue is. The Prospect Media was critical for us in becoming an issuer. And now, we have the testimonies of the two entrepreneurs that have sold their businesses to us, and that augurs very, very well with current entrepreneurs that we're talking to, as they're contemplating their move, it gives them a sense of security.
Hmm. Interesting. You bring about and talk about personnel changes. Your board made some changes. Can you talk about those and how it changes the flavor of the board?
Yes, we've been looking for a while to strengthening our board. We added remarkable and high-profile individuals. This morning, we have announced that Stephen Lottens and Angel Valov have joined the board, in addition to Tracy Weslowski, who's joined on March 1st. So each brings, like in Tracy, Angel, and Stefan, sorry, bring their own expertise and years of experience dealing with public companies and capital markets. So we had a board that was not as oriented to public companies initially. Now we have a very good board, and our roster, in addition to our special advisor, is very strong and covers all key aspects of an issuer.
Yeah, it covers different aspects of the ICT space. Both of the board changes are media experienced.
Yeah, exactly.
The first quarter, obviously, in the bag. What about the second quarter? What can investors look forward to?
For us at Ciscom, it's steady growth, continued profitable operations on a cash basis. We'll focus on having the enterprise value recognized in the market cap or market capitalization. Um, that's our key focus as we're doing our acquisitions.
Hmm. So focus on improving operations, same thing we talked about in the first quarter, but also expanding. Is that correct?
Correct. Our mandate is an M&A, mergers and acquisition mandate. We are focusing on this as we move forward. Our
Is
operations are well run. Now, we're really focusing on value creation.
is it easy in this environment to raise capital?
In the last 2 years, raising capital for small cap issuers has been very difficult. Nobody would take calls. Money was funneled to larger issuers. It seems that in the early part of 2024, the wave has changed a little bit. We actually have discussions with investment bankers right now that are opening doors. They are more receptive at infusing cash into micro cap or small cap issuers. So
No.
it's turning positive. It's not what we knew a while back, but the outlook is very positive.
Yeah, sounds like a great future, Michel. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Michel Pepin is the president and CFO of Ciscom.